This is Radio Taiwan International.
Welcome to the news on Radio Taiwan International. I'm Amanda Stevens, coming to you from Taipei, Taiwan. We begin with a look at today's top stories for Monday, July 6th. Taiwan's National Security Bureau says 110 Chinese vessels along the First Island chain is routine seasonal activity. President Lai Ching-te says the government is prioritizing food safety in the contaminated oil investigation. And Typhoon Bavi is likely to bring heavy rain by Friday, with a maritime warning expected as early as Thursday. But first, today's top story. China has deployed more than 110 military and Coast Guard vessels along the First Island chain as part of a maritime mobilization beginning on Friday. National Security Bureau Director General Tai Ming-yen said on Monday that July through September is a routine peak season for the People's Liberation Army, or PLA, and the number of vessels have historically averaged around 100. Speaking to reporters at the legislature on Monday, Tsai said that the National Security Bureau will continue to monitor developments. He said there are approximately 4 PLA formations operating in the Western Pacific, 1 in the South Pacific, 2 south of Japan's Amami Oshima, and 1 off Santa Ana in the Philippines' Cagayan province. On Sunday, July 5th, China also announced that it will conduct a joint military exercise with Russia, dubbed Joint Sea 2026, in the waters and airspace near Qingdao in July. The drill will be followed by a joint patrol in the Pacific waters. Tsai said that China and Russia hold 1 or 2 joint exercises every year, aiming to demonstrate strategic geopolitical cooperation between the two countries. President Lai Ching-te addressed the recent soybean oil recall, emphasizing the importance of strictly following food safety protocol. He underscored that for such measures, there is no room for compromise, saying those responsible for the incident must be held accountable with no leniency. On Friday, July 3rd, Taiwan issued an emergency recall of soybean oil supplied by Chunglian Oils Corporation after it was found to have an unusually high amount of the carcinogen benzopyrene, or BAP. Stores around Taiwan were ordered to pull all affected products from the shelves by noon the same day and threatened with a fine of 30,000 NT dollars, over $900 to 3 million NT dollars, nearly 93,600 US dollars, if caught selling contaminated items after the recall. Consumers have been warned to stop using affected products which contain more than 4 times the legal limit of BAP. Chunglian Oils voluntarily reported the information after internal testing revealed the issue. Speaking on the issue on Monday, President Lai pointed out 4 necessary response measures. First and foremost, all production must stop during the investigation period. Chunglian has stopped production of all products while officials investigate the cause of the issue. Second, all products involved must be removed. This, the president noted, was completed on Friday. All products from the 3 most involved food manufacturers, including Taishan, Fushou, and Fumao, were removed in the recall last week. After the first-line products, related products must also be removed. This includes blended oils with a contaminant or anything else with more than 20% of the contaminant in their finished product. The government proactively published the names of 257 companies whose product may be affected and currently requires them to disclose relevant consumer information. Finally, President Lai said that accountability is extremely important. He said the government will continue to pursue the investigation as transparently as possible. Central and local governments will cooperate to protect public food safety and implement relevant control measures to keep the public safe and informed. Taiwan's Central Weather Administration, or CWA, said on Monday that based on current forecast data, a maritime warning for Typhoon Bavi could be issued as early as the daytime hours of July 9th. The typhoon is expected to have the greatest impact on July 10th and 11th, bringing heavy rainfall to northern Taiwan. CWA forecaster Zhao Hong said that today, July 6th, marks the peak of Typhoon Bavi's intensity. As it approaches Taiwan, it is expected to be between a medium and strong typhoon, with a storm radius of approximately 320 to 350 kilometers. Zhao said that the typhoon will bring heavy rain across the entire island on Friday, July 10th and Saturday, the 11th. Republic of Guatemala Congressional President Luis Alberto Contreras Colindres arrived in Taiwan on Monday for a 5-day visit, accompanied by a cross-party delegation. During their stay in Taiwan, the group will meet with President Lai Ching-te and other high-ranking officials, as well as take part in arranged site visits. According to Taiwan's foreign ministry, this is Contreras' first visit to Taiwan. Besides meeting with President Lai to exchange views on bilateral cooperation, the delegation will be hosted at a banquet by Foreign Minister Lin Jialong, as well as visit the legislature, the judiciary, the Mainland Affairs Council, the Health Ministry, and other economic development and cultural sites in Taiwan. Guatemala is an important diplomatic ally of Taiwan in Central America. A number of high-ranking Guatemalan officials have visited Taiwan this year, while in April, the Taiwanese and U.S. embassies in Guatemala, together with the country's government, organized an international training workshop on cybersecurity. Taiwan boasts the second highest density of convenience stores globally, second only to South Korea, with diverse services being the key to their success. However, the heavy workload has led to staff shortages, and companies are scrambling to adjust policies and operations to compensate.
Whether it's a midnight snack, a morning coffee pick-me-up, a hot day ice cream, paying bills, buying concert tickets, or another daily necessity, convenience stores can meet your needs 24/7. The linchpin to their diverse services has long been their all-rounder staff, but the extensive responsibilities have led to increasing staff shortages in many stores. Reducing the burden on staff has become a challenge for companies. 7-Eleven, a leading convenience store chain, has been adjusting store hours, with about 10% of its more than 8,000 stores across Taiwan no longer open 24 hours. High Life and OK Mart have also adjusted operating hours in some stores and shopping districts. Family Mart, with over 4,000 Taiwan stores, has begun implementing unmanned operation during late-night hours. 7-Eleven has implemented self-checkout and AI ordering systems, reducing employee hours by nearly 2 million annually. Family Mart has also implemented an AI system that automatically calculates recommended order quantities, also cutting down over 75% of the time spent on inventory. Convenience stores are a critical infrastructure in Taiwan, with most of the population relying on the hard work of their employees for daily essentials. Operations and policy adjustments will hopefully make them even more convenient for the public and the support staff. Michelle Chang for RTI News.
Kaohsiung in southern Taiwan hosted a durian fruit festival over the weekend, inviting fans of the famously stinky fruit to smell samples and try varieties from around Taiwan. RTI English field reporter James Thompson attended the event for more details.
The second annual durian market was held in Kaohsiung City this weekend, drawing fans of the notoriously smelly fruit from across Taiwan. The two-day outdoor public event featured 85 vendors selling various limited edition durian-flavored food and drinks, including burgers, pizzas, bagels, French toast, ice cream, waffles, coffee, and much more. 71 local brands were present, alongside vendors from Tainan City, Taichung City, Pingdong County, and elsewhere. Tourism Bureau Director General Gao Minlin said in a press release that visitors were invited to enjoy an unforgettable summer sensory experience centered on durian, a fruit with a distinctively pungent odor that many people find unpleasant. Taipei resident Guo Zhaoyue told RTI that he traveled to Kaohsiung specially for the event, adding that this year's market seemed bigger than last year's, which he also attended. Guo said he had bought many durian-flavored items this time, including toast, crepe, donut, sausage, and ice cream roll, but he particularly recommended the durian burger. I really love durian, so basically, as long as something has durian in it, I want to try it, he said. Chen Qiaoqing told RTI she came after seeing information about the event online. My friends do not really like eating durian, so I came by myself today, she said with a chuckle. Chen said she bought durian-flavored grilled corn and durian-flavored tea. I quite like its aroma, but some people may not be able to accept it, she said. This is James Thompson with Radio Taiwan International, reporting in Kaohsiung City.
Thanks for joining me for the news. I'm Amanda Stevens. Stay tuned for another 50 minutes of English language features, brought to you by Radio Taiwan International.